Ezekiel 43. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is short for Yahweh, YahWeh, Yod-He, Vav-He. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only. Yah is an extremely jealous El. He doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And the letter J is about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all humanity more than 2,000 years ago. And a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua. Excuse me. Ezekiel 43. And he led me to the gate facing east, and see the esteem, not the eastern, and the esteem of the Elohim of Israel came from the way of the east, and his voice was like the sound of many waters, and the earth shone from his esteem, and it was like the appearance of the vision which I saw, like the vision which I saw when he came to destroy the city. And the visions were like the vision which I saw by the river Kibar, Keb with a line underneath of it, AR, and there's a capital R in river, the very end, or very beginning, obviously. And I fell on my face, and the esteem of YahWeh came into the house by way of the gate facing east, and the Spirit took me up and brought me into the inner courtyard, and see, the esteem of YahWeh filled the house, and I heard someone speaking to me from the house, while a man stood beside me. And he said to me, Son of man, this is the place of my throne, and the place of the soles of my feet, when I dwell in the midst of the children of Israel forever, and the house of Israel shall no longer defile my set-apart name, they nor their sovereigns, by their whoring and by the corpses of their sovereigns on their high places, when they placed their threshold by my threshold, and their doorposts by my doorposts, with a wall between them and me, they defiled my set-apart name by the abominations which they have done, so I consumed them in my displeasure. Excuse me. Now let them put their whoring and the corpses of their sovereigns far away from me, and I shall dwell in their midst forever. Son of man, explain the house to the house of Israel, and when they are ashamed of their crookednesses, they shall measure the measurements. So I've been thinking. My mom was just asking where in the Bible it was, and I told her I was Ezekiel 43, and she mentioned the rebuilding of the temple. And in this Bible, it doesn't say temple, and I'm pretty sure house with a capital H is temple. I thought maybe it was the Hekel, but I think maybe it might be the house with a capital H. The temple with a capital T. A house, a temple, a Hekel. I keep forgetting to look up Hekel and a few other things, but we'll get there. Excuse me. And since they shall be ashamed of all that they did, make known to them the design of the house, and its structure, and its exits, and its entrances, its entire design, and all its laws, and all its forms, and all its Torah, Torot, and write it down before their eyes, so that they observe its entire design and all its laws, and shall do them. This is the Torah of the house upon the mountaintop. All the boundary of it all around is most set apart. See, this is the Torah of the house, and these are the measurements of the slaughter place in cubits, the cubit being 1 cubit and a hand width, and the base 1 cubit high and 1 cubit wide, with a rim all around its edge of 1 span. And this is the upper part of the slaughter place, and from the base on the ground to the lower edge 2 cubits, and the width of the ledge 1 cubit, and from the smaller ledge to the larger ledge 4 cubits, and the width of the ledge 1 cubit, and the slaughter place hearth. It's heart with an H at the end. Hearth. Hearth is 4 cubits high, and 4 horns extending upward from the earth. Not from the earth. The hearth. Oh, earth with an H at the front, or heart with an H at the end. Interesting. And the slaughter place hearth is 12 cubits long and 12 wide, square at its 4 corners, and the edge is 14 long and 14 wide on its 4 sides, with a rim of half a cubit around it, and its base 1 cubit all around, and its steps face east. And he said to me, Son of man, thus said the Master YahWeh, these are the laws for the slaughter place on the day when it is made, for offering ascending offerings on it, and for sprinkling blood on it. And you shall give a young bull for a sin offering to the priests, the Levites, who are of the seed of Sadok, TSAD with a line underneath of it, OQ, who approach unto me, declares the Master YahWeh. And you shall take some of its blood and put it on the 4 horns of the slaughter place, on the 4 corners of the edge, and on the rim around it, and shall cleanse it and make atonement for it. And you shall take the bull of the sin offering, and shall burn it in the appointed place of the house, outside the set apart place. And on the 2nd day you bring a male goat, a perfect one, for a sin offering, and you shall cleanse the slaughter place as they cleanse it with the bull. Bull, the bull. When you have ended cleansing it, bring a young bull, a perfect one, and a ram with the flock, a perfect one, and you shall bring them before YahWeh, and the priests shall throw salt on them and offer them up as an ascending offering to YahWeh. Prepare a goat for a sin offering daily for 7 days, and prepare a young bull and a ram for the flock, perfect ones. For 7 days they shall make atonement for the slaughter place and cleanse it and ordain it. And when these days are complete, it shall be on the 8th day and thereafter that the priests make your ascending offerings and your peace offerings on the slaughter place, and I shall accept you, declares the Master YahWeh.